Shawnee. Welcome back. Guess what time it is? It is time for our weekly roundup. Did you miss it? Where I go over all of the eyeshadow palettes I've used over the past week and I rank them from least liked to most liked. Now today I have 5 slots and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. At number 5, I have the Theory palette. I think this is number 7 Siren palette from Viseart Cosmetics. This is just one of my favorite easy go-to palettes. I love like rosy tones. We all have this, or at least I have this, in other palettes and stuff. What I appreciate is that this is one that is super easy to take with me to work. I can throw it in my bag. Also, you can take the shades out if you want to like switch them around with something. But I typically always love Viseart, whatever palette I get. I especially love their mattes. What I will say is wait for a deep discount, okay? Because their palettes are not inexpensive, especially their larger ones. But this was a super simple, cute work look. No muss, no fuss, just putting something on my eyes. And I always feel like Viseart comes through when I just want something really quick. Number 4 is another one where just wait for a deep discount. And it is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Eye Filter Luxury Palette. This one is another one that I think is super simple. You've got just shimmers in here. What I appreciate about Charlotte Tilbury is just you can throw things on your eye and it'll be just like nice and pretty and soft and you can call it a day. Also, if you ever like struggle with how to put things together, she does have on the back like numbers and I guess suggestions of where you can put the shades. But I really like this. Again, it was a very simple look. I've been really feeling the simple looks for work. Yeah, I also find that this is super simple. Can I say simple more? It's easy to throw in your bag just because it's pretty compact and it has that like hard plastic casing. So just in case you drop it, it's gonna be fine. Mainly. But yeah, I really loved this look. And every time I use a Charlotte Tilbury palette, I like the look. I just don't like the price tag, and so wait for a sale. I am queen of waiting for a sale, except for with Danessa, Myricks, and sometimes with McGrath. But all other brands, wait for a sale. Number 3 is, speaking of Patricia, the Dame, Mothership, what is this, number 7, Divine Rose, the original. Now, I've said before, I waited on this palette because I was like, am I really gonna like it? This has become one of my favorite Motherships and one of my favorite palettes, period. I really like this, again, for work. It just has these, initially I was like, that's kind of boring, isn't it? But no, I have loved using this, especially for work days and even like for work things where I'm doing something more out there, or like, what am I saying? Like presentations and stuff. Did I wear this for, I don't know. But anyway, I'm being more purposeful, more intentional in using my Motherships and not just having them sit on the shelf like fine china, even though they are. But this was another really easy look. I think sometimes larger palettes can be a bit overwhelming, but what I find is just like focus on a shade, pick a shade, and then kind of build things around that. So if I'm like, oh, I want to use this one, I'm just gonna go ahead, put that on my eye and see like, what else goes with that? And so for me, I just enjoy playing around with the different shades to make different looks, and I'm really trying to do that more, like step a little bit away from my usual and sometimes use some other shades and tones and such. Like today I have green on my eyes, which is giving, and it'll be in the roundup for next week. Now, at number 2, I have the Adept Cosmetics Legend of Ardra palette. And this was a really fun, vibrant look. I paired it with a bright purple lip. I was just feeling myself. I actually think I had this dress on Don't act like you don't be wearing stuff multiple times. Why people gotta be like that? Listen, I have work clothes that I wear, and this is one of the dresses that I tend to like, and I wear it with boots, and I look soups cute. Anyway, but I actually think I was working from home that day. Anyway, so I made sure to use these middle, like, marbled shades. I know marbled shades can be like, some people love them, some people hate them, but I love a surprise. You know, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. It's one of my favorite movies. And the mattes, Adept is not known for their mattes. I do think that their mattes have improved, like the formula and the ease of use. I don't get their palettes for their mattes though. I get them for like the shimmers. And what I do like is that you can take the shades out. You can mix and match and do whatever you want to. But I did find these mattes really easy to use. I didn't have any problems, I don't think, with any like patchiness or like difficulty blending them out. And this was just probably one of the more fun looks of the week. And at number 1, oh my God, y'all, Danessa is not in here. Danessa is not in here this week. How dare I? How dare I? But anyway, at number 1, there is the Cosmic Beauty Neutrals palette. This surprises me because this, when I initially got it, it was probably my least favorite Cosmic Beauty palette. It kind of probably is. Like, maybe I should rank them. But I just was like, it's okay. I also got it at the same time as I got Cool Trolls, and surprisingly, I really, really like that one more than this one. I thought I would gravitate more toward the Neutrals palette. But I really liked the look that I did with this one. I was surprised. And just as I was saying that I'm trying to like use different colors, I feel like I did that with this palette. I didn't go with like what I would typically go with. And the look, in my opinion, came out so fire. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, this is at number 1. Now, I have used this palette quite often because whenever I don't really like a palette, I try to make sure I go through and use every single shade to really get, you know, the full picture and see if I'm just being crazy and it's actually not that bad. So I have managed to use every single shade in this palette. Of course, there are some I like more than others. Like some of these lighter shades, I can't do a ton with them, but I can use them to like blend stuff out. But yeah, I'm liking it more. I really am. But I should probably rank my Cosmic Beauty palettes. I still think this one might come out on the bottom, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot more. And shout out to me for going makeup free several days this week, just because, yeah. I did that today, earlier, because obviously I have a makeup now. And several of my clients were like, oh, you have nice skin. I'm like, I know. Actually, I don't, but it felt good to get the compliment. Anyways, I think that's it. I want to know what you used over the past week. Did you use any singles? Because I didn't. And what is wrong with me that I didn't use Danessa? Well, I didn't do a full look with Danessa, but I'm always using something from Danessa. If it's not the groundwork palette, it's definitely everything else. But yeah, how surprising. What was going on? I don't know. Anyways, I hope that some of this was helpful, and I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. Yay for weekly roundup being back. I would love it if you liked the video, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.